Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. More details.
There we go. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, here we go, and then David potted up the microphone.
Oh, David.
But here we go, David. Hey, podcasting and streaming around the globe, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show today, coming to you from the 28th Annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. Under the trees and in the water at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. Just ahead, another guest from today's Car and Boat Show. Jeff has a special segment on donks, and it's all just ahead. We're also going to have auto history right out of the box right here, right now. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin.
Yes, sir.
Chief engineer and bottle washer David Ainsley is with us today. We got him out of bed just in time. Don Armstrong here with you. So glad that you could join us. Today in auto history, and it's kind of fitting because there are a lot of classics here.
Yes,
there's also a section of resto mods that are here. And the other thing is, this is this year featuring Ford Mustang, so there's lots of those. As a matter of fact, there's that one right back there, which is the actual original Mustang.
Yep.
That is a pre-production model that none of the parts of today's replacement parts will fit on that car. It's a very unique car. We interviewed him at the Houston Autorama, and interesting story.
Yes, and Eric's going to join us about 12 to talk about his entire collection that he's got over here.
All
today.
right.
Good, yeah, because we talked to him about that car.
Yes.
Because it was right across from us at Autorama. All right.
All those red cars are his.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get going here for this segment of the show. Today in auto history, which is appropriate for the Keels and Wheels.
There's two significant events this week that really stood out to me. April 28th, 1956, the Ford Skyliner hardtop convertible.
Wait a minute.
debuted.
This isn't April 28th.
And it's not a Skyliner
This week.
in auto history.
That's the Oldsmobile. Okay. Oh, we'll do the Oldsmobile. So, Oldsmobile.
Mike puts together the video for all of this. That's why every once in a while, when you see a commercial
It makes
for
you wonder what he was doing whenever he did this.
when you see a commercial for Pepsodent and you find one for
Crest.
X-Lax or something.
X-Lax, Mike got it out of order.
Yeah. X-Lax.
Yeah,
Like I
X-Lax
said, I
is
was
good.
wondering what he's doing here. But anyway,
we got a car up there.
Well, this week, Oldsmobile closed its doors this week, April 29th. And this week,
That's
it was
not
100.
this week, though. This is May the 5th.
It's this week all in general. 29th is
4th.
Monday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what I said.
This
week.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oldsmobile was 107 years old when it closed down. It made more than 35 million cars. And there were a lot of firsts that Oldsmobile did, including the curved dash. But one thing I found was interesting, the assembly line, not the moving assembly line that Henry Ford did, but they had the assembly line prior to Henry Ford doing that, which caused them to build so many cars. And the Hydromatic, you've heard about it, you've read about it. Mm-hmm. They came out with the Hydromatic,
all right,
along with Cadillac. The last car to roll off the Oldsmobile assembly line was an Alero GLS four-door sedan.
Alero.
Everybody on the assembly line signed off on the car, and it's now in the GM Heritage Center in Sterling Heights, Michigan.
That's too bad.
Yeah, too bad. So,
too bad that
moving
it's in the
on,
museum.
No, too bad they quit making them. The 1956, the Ford Skyline. That one right there, the Skyline hardtop convertible debuts. It is the first mass-produced American retractable hardtop convertible. And the idea was to allow drivers to enjoy open-air experience of a convertible without sacrificing the comfort and protection of a hardtop. It was really popular when it first came out, but did not make it too long. It was discontinued in 1959 due to declining sales. That was the two things I found significant this week in auto history. Well, they were in order on my paper.
Well, they were. Where are we going next, Mon ami?
I don't know at this point. I'm all confused.
I need to plug something in here.
Okay, well, let's plug something in.
You want to do my cruising?
I do. No, actually, what I'd like to do is I'd like to do Jeff Zekin's World of Automotive-dom.
Oh.
Automotive-dom.
Dumb? Okay.
Automotive-dom. And Jeff has a feature this week on donks.
I do.
Do you know what donks are? I think that the craze started out of Miami, did it not?
It did. It absolutely did. And this is what we got. So here we go. The donk. What is a donk? It's a culture. It's an origin. All you need to know about it. In the automotive world, the term donk might invoke the sky-high lifted cars, particularly sedans and coupes, or coupes since we're down here, boasting gigantic wheels and vibrant custom paint jobs. But what exactly is a donk? And where did this particular automotive subculture originate, Mike? Well, the answer is not quite straightforward. It's a blend of history,
Don't
culture,
ask Mike.
and personal expressions. A donk is a customized car, generally an American sedan or a coupe, that has been significantly lifted, fitted with oversized wheels and ranging from 22-inch to 30-inch wheels in diameter. The car is often adorned with custom paint jobs, airbrushed, and extravagant interiors. Well, that being said, the term donk traces its roots back to the Chevrolet Impala. In the 70s, a subculture emerged from where people began to modify Impalas. The 71 Impala and a logo featured the leaping antelope. That's where it came from. Resembled a donkey to some. The car soon earned the nickname Donkey, which is later shortened to what? Donk. Over the years, the donk trend has spread through the U.S. and even overseas. Today, the donk culture is an intrinsic part of the hip-hop culture, urban scenes, and celebrated through car shows, music videos, and video games.
Shot caller.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can back me up with that singing. I don't mind.
20-inch blades on my Impala. The caller.
Here's some types of donks. The bonk, the box donk refers to the 80s.
It could be a bonk.
It could be 80s Chevy Caprice or Impalas that are the box shape. That's why it's the box donks. The bubble donk, term for rounded Chevy models from the 90s.
Yeah, God, this
High risers is a term broadly used for any significant race car, irrespective of the make and or model. The El Camino DONKS.
El Camino DONKS.
El Camino DONKS.
That would be El Caminox.
El Caminox. Yeah, that's what I said. A playful term used for the El Camino modified donk styles.
They have race donks?
So wait a minute. So when you donk out a car, generally speaking, the donks that I have ever seen, you have to cut the wheel well opening.
In some cases, yeah. I mean, depending on how big
you
you
ain't going to get the tire underneath there without
depending
doing
on how
it.
big you want to go. Obviously, you're going to have to do some modifications to it.
But that means that you can't put it back to its original condition.
Oh, no. If you're going to do a donk, you might as well just go donk.
And you go all the way.
Once you go donk, you don't go
There's
back.
no going back,
There's no going back on a donk. No,
you would
not
know
at all.
that, Mars. Do you have any donks over there in Neaterville?
There's a few.
You got a club. You got a donk club out there, don't you?
No.
He wouldn't know that.
Now there's a few. There's one guy that's got it's a Buick convertible.
A Buick.
And it comes through town every once in a while, and it's a sharp looking car.
Is it a donk?
Yeah. It's
Got
not
like
it's
40
not
inch
on a
wheels?
30. No. He's not up that high yet, but he's working his way up.
Oh.
He's about as far as he can go.
Without cutting the wheel open.
Yes. And the body on it's really nice. I think that's the reason he hadn't done it yet.
Well, and then you get into not only the donks, but you get into the lowrider aspect on the other direction. But it's still a custom paint and all the things you do with the interior, all of that styling is part of a culture.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
When you get ready to do that, go buy one that's already done.
Yeah, because they just customizing a vehicle.
I know.
It's like doing a resto mod.
Because
you gotta put
you'll
money in
get
it.
by a lot cheaper if you buy one that's already done than you will doing it yourself.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like buying a boat without all of the accessories, the anchor, the life vests, the skis, whatever it is, the fishing gear, because that's what costs you really as much money as the dang boat.
And then you got to figure insurance. How are you going to insure it? How do you insure a donk? So there's all
donk
part of
bucks.
Donk bucks. There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Then how do you start it? With donk keys.
Oh.
Donk keys. Good, Mars.
Wow.
God.
We had a donkey on
Is
the air
this
not very
show
long
over
ago.
with yet?
Who was
all
the
these
donkey?
people
What was
that
the
are
name
out
of the
here
donkey?
going, oh, my God, they talk about this
What
crap
was the name
on
of the donkey that we had on the show?
Monty.
Monty.
The singing donkey.
Singing donkey.
Matter of fact, I saw a post that she did just this past week about Monty.
Need to
He's
get her
doing
back
well.
on. Yeah.
He didn't have his fly mask on. Didn't have anything for his feet, for the flies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Well, good.
Good for him.
I know that you're glad to hear that.
I am.
All right. I have something other than that to talk about that we missed early on.
Okay.
Did we do the events calendar, Mars? We did the cruise in.
Yeah.
I've got events.
Yeah, we did the events.
We
Yes,
did the events.
Yes,
did we
yes.
do the cruise in?
No, I haven't done the cruising.
Well, let's do the cruise in.
I got it right. Yeah. Okay.
I forgot to write it down because
okay.
everything's so out of order and jacked up.
Well, it's the wind.
Is that what we're blaming
I
it
think
on?
it is, yeah.
Yes.
So today, Classics and Coffee Car Meet. It's at Hungerford Crush Cafe at 15250 Highway
What time is
105
that?
in Montgomery County, but probably not going off. It started this morning. It's going on right now, but because of the weather, and I think the flooding is probably not going to happen.
What's the time for that?
Till 10.
It's 11:40.
I know, so it's done. Kingwood Classic Cruisers and Coffee at Whataburger.
Now
in Kingwood.
I don't feel so bad now.
Well,
8:30 to 10. That's done.
It's done, but there you go.
Wait a minute, wait.
Kingwood's not going to happen because of the flooding. So I'm just letting
Okay,
you know
all
what's
right.
not going to happen.
You're trying
today.
to get out of the fact that it's all done.
Let's
already.
go to tomorrow.
Let's do that.
Let's do
I feel so
tomorrow.
much better.
I know, don't you? Sunday. Well, we got the big one, Chrome and Coffee at Avalon.
You've been
Diner.
rectified.
There you go. And then, of course, Woodlands Cars and Coffee for a Cause. That's tomorrow, 6:30 to 10:30 if it kicks off. Not really sure, but that one goes every Sunday, first Sunday of every
Every
month.
Sunday?
First Sunday
first
of every
okay.
month. So,
And tomorrow is also scheduled to have the Chrome and Coffee at
Didn't I just
Avalon
say
Diner.
that? You did, yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay.
I was focusing in on Mars and where our next guest is because Mars is in charge of bringing the guests, going out and gathering
well,
them,
he's in,
and there's nobody here.
He's a support. Let's get that guy over there. I don't know. Here we go. Let's get these Mercedes boys.
No, better yet, let me do some news.
do some
Mars,
news.
while
Do
you
some
go,
news
while
while I
you
walk
tap
around.
dance our way through this show. Louisiana, this actually, you should stay and listen to this, but I'm going to give you a free pass right now.
All right.
This is a great story. From Automotive News, a Louisiana dealership has been cleared of liability for a crash caused by an 80-year-old customer test driving a demo car. The State Court of Appeal refused to reinstate a negligent entrustment suit against Moss Motors BMW filed by a driver who was injured after the customer rear-ended her vehicle only a few minutes after leaving the dealership lot.
Oh, boy.
The customer, Doris Prudhomme. We don't know whether she's any relationship to Don.
Don, yeah.
But Doris walked with a cane and was driven by a niece to the dealership in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay.
She hadn't driven in 6 months following a head-on crash, but had been medically cleared to drive that day.
Is that how she got the cane?
According to the decision, in December 2019, a saleswoman copied Prudhomme's license, showed her how to use the vehicle's dial shift, and recommended she do a test drive on public streets rather than in the store's parking lot as Prudhomme requested. The saleswoman didn't ask why Prudhomme was using a cane, and Prudhomme didn't mention the prior crash or the 6-month hiatus in her driving.
That's how she got the cane, yeah.
The appeal court unanimously upheld a lower court judge's dismissal of claims against Moss Motors BMW and its insurance company. Quote, the lender of a vehicle is not responsible for the negligence of the borrower unless he had or should have had knowledge that the borrower was physically or mentally incompetent to drive, the court said in an April 17th decision written by Judge Walter Lanier III. Thank you, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
The owner or lender of a vehicle has no legal duty, quote, to make an inquiry into one's driving habits or record when no reason exists to place the lender on notice of the borrower's disability or incompetence.
You got to have insurance.
A lawyer for Moss Motors, Brant Cacamo, C-A-C-A-M-O, Cacamo, said dealerships should confirm drivers of their demos and loaners have a valid license and, quote, it wouldn't hurt, end quote, to confirm whether they have their own insurance. It wouldn't hurt.
No. Well, obviously she got hurt. She's on a cane.
Yeah, that was in the head-on that
Yeah.
she had 6 months earlier.
Yep. Amazing.
Whoops.
What people
I have
do.
more news.
Did she buy the car?
Probably not, would be
Okay.
my guess.
Making sure.
Yeah. Brian Hardiman. This is kind of in the old people's realm thing.
Great.
And I guess he kind of fits in here for all of our old folks that are in attendance here at Keels and Wheels today.
Now you
I am one of them. Thank you, and you don't have to pat me on the back. I know.
We're not going to.
Brian Hardiman, founder of Continental Automotive Group in Austin, Texas, was arrested for the second time in 2 months in connection with multiple suspected arson fires in Austin. This from Automotive News.
We just drove through there.
Hardiman, 75, was arrested on Wednesday for the second time since February. In conjunction with last week's arrest, he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree felony arson and 1 count of second-degree felony arson, according to a statement from the city of Austin. A hearing for Hardiman on those charges were held Tuesday. He is set to be back in court on June the 12th. I can't make this up.
No.
Hardiman was arrested on felony arson and burglary charges in connection with a February 25th fire at a former bike shop in Austin and posted bond. In that case, security's cameras showed an older man entering the building, setting fires, exiting the building, and coming to the property in a white Mercedes-Benz SUV, which appeared to be a GLS 580. In Austin, fire department investigators said they were able to identify the man as Hardiman. The fire department believes Hardiman is responsible for 4 arson fires in the city since December, citing evidence from security footage and investigative work. The first fire was on December 25th. I believe that's Christmas Day, if I'm not mistaken, at a property Hardiman was attempting to buy, according to a news release. Fires also were intentionally lit February 17th and February 20th at another location that investigators think were intended to clear 2 mobile homes that were hindering the sale or development of the property. Hardiman was observed setting the Christmas Day fire in surveillance video obtained by the insurance company, according to the release. Hardiman retired from Continental Automotive in 2017, but still manages a small portion of the group's real estate portfolio.
Great.
His son, Will Hardiman, told Automotive News in March. The auto retailer is run by Hardiman's children. Continental Automotive has 4 dealerships in Austin, 1 in Dallas, and 2 in San Juan, Texas, according to its website.
Wow.
I thought this was going to be an electric car story.
No, it was not an electric car story.
Starting fires everywhere.
No, but I guess something happens when you turn 70. You just you're propelled to get out there and set fires.
Mike was looking for Hardiman. He's out here in the crowd somewhere.
He's not?
He is. He's out there looking for him.
Well, there's that. Let me see what we're doing here on time because, I've not done too well here lately. Timing this whole event. Today's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Loopy Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. We will continue right after a quick break from the 28th Annual Keels and Wheels at Lakewood Yacht Club. Right after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Loopy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th Annual Keels Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there, too. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, 28th Annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance under the trees at Lakewood Yacht Club. Mr. Morris, who's our next guest?
Well, joining us now, the judges are starting to get some of the cars judged, so people will kind of leave them, but Tom Williamson has got his finally judged, and he has got a 1938 Packard Resto-Mod sitting down underneath.
A Resto-Mod?
Wow.
Yes. Gorgeous car.
Very cool.
Tom? Why did you decide to Resto-Mod a 38?
Actually, I'm the second owner. And
So you bought it Resto-Mod?
I bought it Resto-Mod. It was the only one of its kind on California on the West Coast.
Oh.
The first owner used it to travel up to his home in Sierra Nevada and back. And it was actually built in the state of Washington, I believe. And it's a true...
Well, those people up there are a little strange anyway.
They're not Texan, but it's a true Resto-Mod. There's parts from... Corvair, Cadillac, Mercedes, Mustang seats.
Okay, so I got to know. So is the engine been Resto-Modded?
Well, the engine's a 402, which is an early 70s Chevy engine, big block. I mean, he squeezed that in and put the frame over, and put the body over it.
And this is a 38?
1938. It's a Model 110, which was a business class Packard back then.
Oh, my God.
You can't miss it when you get out walking around.
So I can't see a picture of it, but in my mind, the picture is of a gangster car from Chicago. Is that what it is? Is it black?
No, it's blue. Let me find a picture for you here.
Yeah, it's not the squared off sedan.
They don't have to be. This could be a Bonnie and Clyde car.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Let me see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a
yeah.
gangster, but I don't know the history of it.
That is very, very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's very much like Ford.
Yeah. And it's a driver. It's actually not a show car. A lady from Keels and Wheels saw it at the Autorama, where I actually got first place this year, and she said, come on,
Congratulations.
Keels and Wheels, which is a great honor.
Now, what about the chassis?
The chassis is, he built a really strong X-frame, and it's a Chevy 2 clip on the front.
Gotcha.
In a early 70s Corvette rear end, so it's rock solid. It's
And it rides great.
That's exactly right. The reason I got the vehicle, my wife is I don't want to take too much of your time, is a double cancer survivor. So the second time she got cancer, kind of did a number. So to get her out of the house, I said, let's get a car, go to the shows, and get you out of the house.
Yeah.
So that's why we got it.
For a
And
cruise.
this is the only one I found like it. They had a full windshield, so she can see out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should have been on the hot rod tour of Texas with us.
Oh, yeah, that was a
that was
blast.
last weekend.
Okay.
You would have loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
because
yearly event.
that's one of those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the only Resto-Mod Packard I've ever seen.
Me too.
There's some gorgeous ones over here, but
They're not Resto-Mod.
No, Resto-Mod.
They're restored.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, what a fabulous car.
Thank you,
Air
yeah.
conditioned.
Yes, it's got air conditioning right now. There's I think expansion valve is leaking, but yeah, it's got a brand new compressor, and there's still a few things I got to take care of on it.
Tinker with, as they
What's
say.
It's always the case.
What size motor did you say?
It's a 402. Back in the early 70s, they took a 396 and beefed it up. It may have a mild cam in it. I don't have the build book, which kind of ticked me off, but yeah, it's a 402. Yeah.
Nice. So it's got enough horsepower to get that big, heavy thing down the road.
It's a T400 3-speed. It's probably 350 horse to the rear end. Maybe I haven't had it checked, but yeah.
So it's plenty.
Yeah, it makes for a nice driver.
Yeah, it's just a cruiser, like I say. We can get her in there and go to the shows.
Does it fit in the garage?
Barely. It's got extended. He put extended bar braces for the bumpers, chrome front and back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
To modify it to get it to fit the car, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he needs to drive up to Samson's Performance and have that checked out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Samson's Performance?
The New Braunfels?
We
No.
on the Hot Rod Tour, this is the second time that we've done. This is only the third Hot Rod Tour of Texas. So last year we were introduced to Samson's Performance.
Okay.
And young people doing old people work. I mean, experience, quality out the yin-yang.
Family.
The equipment.
Yeah, and
machinery.
They do their own engines there. They mainly do competition engines for off-road stuff.
Endurance, yeah.
Yeah, but they if you walk in there, you go, yeah, I want these boys to do my stuff.
The challenge on the AC for this is the engine takes up a huge amount of the compartment because you know how it comes to a point.
Yep.
Well, the exchanger for the AC in front of the radiator, it's tough to get to without having to disassemble the top of the vehicle. You have to take off the hood and everything to get to it to find out what's going on with the AC. So it would be a challenge to do. Also, when it originally was set up, the vents would automatically close and open depending on the temperature.
Yes.
That's not working right now. So that whole thing with the AC has to be looked at and modified.
Get a tilt clip.
Yeah,
no,
tilt front end on it. No. Talk about a nightmare. That'd be one of those challenges that you would have to be the lead on that because I don't know. Jeff was my lead on fixing the windshield washers on the Corvette. So
tragic, very tragic.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. They worked.
Yeah, I found one good mechanic in Huffman. His name's Bob Smith. He helps me with it because I don't have a lift in my garage.
Bob Smith.
And
wait a minute, wasn't that the dad of Howdy Doody?
It could be
Uncle Bob. Yes, Uncle Bob
that might
Smith.
be before my time, but I
fit that category. Yeah, tells you everything.
Got a good electrician as well. So, but thank you for having me, guys. This
thank
it's a real honor to meet you guys.
We're going to come check it out here after the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't miss it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll test
Tom
drive
Williams
it later.
is 38, Model 110, Resto Mod Packard. One of a kind, no doubt. All right. We're going to take a quick break. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show from the 28th Annual Keels and Wheels continues right after a quick break.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In-Wheel Time will bring its Car Talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.